to Wolfe Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Mitten Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. I want to thank you for joining us today for this podcast. We got a really quick podcast, it looks like, based on our segment list here.
Yep, and those include farm happenings in the coop, roundup.
Quickie for you.
Yeah.
So,
Which we want to welcome new viewers and returning viewers, and thank you for checking us out. And what? This is normally your thing, and you didn't.
Well, I know, but you want to start over?
No.
All right, yeah. So, welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us. I will throw that out there.
We're just going to have a repeat episode.
Yeah, we'll just
I'll
keep
say it, and then you repeat it.
We'll have the Déjà vu.
Yeah.
It's like, hasn't he said that already? Hey, you want to welcome new and returning viewers? Thanks for joining.
Well, if they have amnesia, it might help.
Well, 10-second Tom.
10-second
He'd
Tom.
enjoy us then.
I'm Dawn, also known as Mitten Wolf.
All right, so farm happenings.
Farm happenings. Today, which is Sunday, you will be seeing this on Monday, is Papi Chulo's birthday. Yeah. It's not the day we got him, but 8 weeks from when we got him, 8 weeks before.
It's our guesstimated birthday, because we don't know for sure, because he was a rescue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've kind of officially given him this day as his birthday. So
he is one.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah. Now we'll celebrate again in September on his gotcha day, but yeah, he got this cute little tree with little squirrels that I can't use that hand.
Squeak.
That they can dig out and squeak. So. Yeah.
So for all those that have dogs at home,
now
they're interested in the dog toy too.
Yeah.
But
they were having a fun time with it, and then they got bones and.
Yeah. Well, they each have to get their.
Yeah, they all did.
Because otherwise they'll be taking it back and forth. So.
And they still want what the other one has, but
sibling rivalry.
Yeah. They're good. They never fight. They share.
It's a playful, fun kind of, I'm going to take it away from you, and then they kind of go back.
Well, Papi comes over and does the whole, oh, I'm cute, I'll lick your ear, and oh, give me kisses. And then when he gets Dundee distracted, he snags the bone.
Yeah.
So.
And then it's funny because Dundee was had gone and taken the squirrel away. And so Papi kind of sat there, he kind of looked out, and so then he kind of like pushes it over towards him.
It's sweet how they interact. So
yeah, so it's a good day. He's over chomping on his bone right now. You can hear that in the background. He didn't want to come.
No, I tried to get him over here to.
It's like it's my birthday. I don't want to be on the podcast today.
Yeah.
So
we are coming up on our 5-year anniversary of podcasting, heading into the 6th year.
Near 6.
Mm-hmm.
And, we've been talking about cutting back and not doing it weekly. Well,
like we mentioned last week, we mentioned not podcasting at all.
Yeah.
Because of my injury, and I think someone's upset because I did do some knitting this week, and.
Well, I've been toying with the just completely being done with it, or like reducing how frequently we're doing it, or keep going if Don really wants to keep going weekly. But it's one of those things that we're talking about coming up on 5 years. 5 years ago when we started doing it, there weren't a lot of podcasts.
Yeah,
out
it was
there.
totally different.
And so now it's like everybody and their dog has a podcast now, and YouTube and all that other stuff. So it makes it a little less special, I guess. But I know we have a lot of viewership that keep following us, so that's kind of it's that kind of trade-off, kind of like our shop thing. Is it becoming more of a burden than it's being a joy for us,
Yeah.
So we're talking about it, and next week is our anniversary date. I guess is the best way, because you started 5 years ago on August 4th.
Yeah.
Was your solo solo podcast
Flight,
adventure. So yeah, that would be something that we're talking about. So just be aware that we may change things up starting year 6.
Yeah. Well, that's why we kind of did the green screen to try to bring in some fun for us.
Well, we're having fun with it, and
yeah.
with getting rid of the Wolfe Farm shop. I got a cat here who's really trying to get up into my lap. He wants attention, but we're just trying to figure out what's change it up a bit and see what's fun. But anyways, so on to more fun stuff. So I know Dawn's been dealing with her shoulder injury, and so you actually
Tuesday or Monday night to Tuesday morning, it got extremely bad, and so Tuesday morning it was calling whoever could get to see me. That's who I was going to. Some kind of doctor, didn't care what kind of doctor, as long as they saw me on Tuesday. And you and Ann on Instagram mentioned, a chiropractor, because I knew if I go to Kaiser, it's going to be a sling, muscle relaxants, and painkillers. Well, this type of injury, a sling is terrible.
Well, I mean, it seemed like a pinched nerve of some sort, and I was mentioning that from the get-go, or some injury, that, just Trouble's being very humorous down here. He's trying to love on me.
I did get an appointment to a chiropractor that one of my friends, her sister and father are chiropractors, so plus she's a holistic wellness doctor, so I'm like, I have so many other issues, I'm just going to go see her. Mm-hmm. And stubborn, it must be a red-headed kitty. So I got an appointment, and my chauffeur, Jimmy, he took me, because it's my right arm, I can't drive, because at that point, there was no mobility.
Yeah.
I could not move my arm. It's extreme 10 plus on the pain scale pain, And so I went, and she did different tests on me, and she, was confident that it's a rotator cuff injury.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't an immediate, when I did something, it was later at 2:30 in the morning. So it's the tendons and ligaments that hold the muscles. So when I lay down, they contract, and that's,
not the muscle,
not the muscles. So
the other stuff, other parts of it that.
Yeah. So she said after one treatment, I should have some relief. If not, that's when, we were going to do X-ray, MRIs to see how bad it was. So we did a treatment that day, and as soon as she did, I call it a jackhammer thingy. It's a torque adjuster,
yeah.
But I call it a jackhammer. But I immediately felt a relief. So I immediately had an appointment the next day, because she said within 24 hours she would be able to say I would either have some improvement or, we need to rethink things. So I immediately had, not that it was hurting, I was able to even sleep that night.
Yeah, you slept good. You hadn't been able to sleep because of the
for
pain.
2 weeks. So and then the next day, she did more things, and she gave me some holistic stuff.
Well, it's trace minerals and stuff that she says that, most of the stuff that's produced now doesn't have the natural minerals that you get from, the earth, that if you're growing vegetables and stuff like that the body lacks, and that would help with your injury as well as some of the other cramping and bruising, and there's a handful of other things that would actually take care of.
Yeah.
So
had improvement, and then Friday went again to her, and she was able to actually do even more extensive adjustments, because at that point I was able to lay down, and so
she actually did make
phenomenal.
Make some adjustments on your back, adjusting spine and stuff
Well,
like
and
that.
this
so,
is,
so,
my shoulder and stuff I had hurt, when I was in a car accident when I was 16. Not that that's what this one is, but there's out of alignment stuff that I had to deal with anyway. So
always been making left turns because you're out of alignment.
Yeah, so
well,
so there is improvement. I mean, it's still pain. I'm still ice packing, and
well, you have more mobility. You can raise your arm
move.
up. You can get around. You're not crying, which is basically how you were Monday. So just because you couldn't sleep and just couldn't move, and so. But the good thing is,
there's
it's
improvement.
So
Hence a little bit of knitting. I've done just a little. I mean, because I can do, and I'm talking a row on one of my squares. You know how big my little squares are, and so I can do a row, and then it's like I've got to rest it.
Yeah.
So there's not much.
Not
Probably too much, but like I was telling him, I'm not doing it for the podcast. I'm doing it because I don't sit. If I'm sitting. Well, if I'm sitting, I'm knitting. But, I mean, that little cliche. But if I'm sitting, it's like I'm thinking, I have this time to actually knit, and it's like...
You feel like it's wasted time.
Yes.
But then you can't keep injuring yourself.
No. And I'm usually, you guys have been with me a long time, know I overdo things. Yeah, this is not a overdue time because this has been bad. Yeah. So...
Yeah, you've actually been pretty good about
I've been really good.
Keeping it down to a level that you're not redheading it. I guess that's the best term, redheading it. So, yeah.
So there is improvement, and next week I only have to go one time. So, and she told me, about 4 weeks and it'll be healed, which. And she had the same opinion of me going to a medical doctor of what they would do, and so.
Well,
and she goes, that's when it would take the 18 months to heal.
Well, like I said, she also mentioned that you have to keep moving this type of injury. Yeah. You can't keep it static because then so there needs to be some movement, not a lot to the point where you're in pain, but there has to be some movement for it to heal.
So I have teeny little exercises, to do, but not. And I'm supposed to do them slowly, but I never heard her say slowly.
No, she said so. I heard her say slowly. So I went Friday. I could actually, hear what the doctor's orders are.
So, yeah.
Well, Friday after the chiropractor, Jimmy's been talking about the latest Jason Bourne movie. He's been anxiously awaiting that to come out, and he actually Friday was the opening day, and so.
I totally got you distracted.
You're distracting me. So anyways, so Jimmy and I, after the appointment, we went up and saw the latest Jason Bourne movie. So this is number 4 of the Matt Damon Jason Bourne movies, and not the what's his name? I'm trying to remember the other guy that the Bourne Legacy was the other one, but anyway, so we actually went and saw it. It was actually really good. Enjoyed it. Don could care less about that kind of movie. That's not your cup of tea. So
well, me sitting in a theater too.
Yeah.
Plus, I need to be able to move, and I thought that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
She just wanted the quiet time with Jimmy and I out of the house. So we went up there, and it was a good movie, and 2 hours, I guess, roughly. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't too crowded. I mean, it was actually, we went at a noon, 12:45 showing on opening day, and it was probably half full theater, maybe a little less. So it wasn't fully packed in, but it wasn't like a Star Wars, where you get all the lines wrapped around the building or anything like that. So
That reminds me, that new Harry Potter book comes out, and I have it on pre-order. Should have thought and pre-ordered it on Kindle because everybody on Instagram has already got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got it early.
Oh, well. When does it come out?
Tomorrow.
No. You get it tomorrow.
Whatever the prime is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had pre-orders before that never showed up on the day they were supposed to. So
it's scheduled for like the 2nd or 3rd, and I'm like, now how is that being a pre-order when I pre-ordered it to come out on the day?
Yeah, that's why you don't.
Maybe I should have done the Kindle.
Oh well. So, but you like the book.
Yeah.
You like the library.
Well, and I'll be getting into that because I've been reading. Unless it's a holding book, because that's been more harder to hold it. But
with your shoulder.
Yeah. So yeah, we've had lots of grapes out on to talk
okay.
about the farm happenings.
Farm happenings. So
yeah,
I actually
tons of grapes on the grapevines.
Yeah, we got grapevines along
the Mallard duck.
Our duck area. So it runs the length of that, and that always gets watered because we have our misters that sit right over them, actually kind of in that area, so they get a lot of water. So this year we've gotten a ton of grapes.
Which is good because when I'm out there, watering, I can just
start plucking them off. Yeah, so we've got those growing, and I had plucked some, and Randy, our potbelly pig, he likes those a lot. It's like, so.
Yeah, he really likes strawberries. I like to hear him smack his and he just.
He's funny.
Although he'd like to do that to me.
Yeah, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But so he got some of the grapes because I was out and I plucked a couple carrots out of the garden too. It's amazing. We're actually going through a really bad heat wave right now. We're 113 degrees, I think, on Saturday, or was that Friday?
Like that every single day.
That was Friday. So it was like 113 degrees, super hot. But this year I put shade cloth over our garden, and our garden is doing great still. It's that shade cloth. It keeps the sun from burning out all the plants. And typically by this time of year it would just be dead.
Yeah, sure.
So with the watering and the shade cloth and everything, we still got most of our garden is just. It's growing all the way up to the top of the shade cloth right now, so which is pretty impressive. So next year, I know what to do. I'll roll up the shade cloth and we'll put it over the garden next year. But it's holding up pretty well. But I'd gone in there and plucked some carrots, and we got carrots. Probably need to go in and pick them because
they're getting. I haven't been able to get in there, so
we've been. They're oversized. Randy likes those too.
Yeah.
So our garden's doing good.
Yep. So for in the coop, I do have my Scrappy Happy blanket that I worked on, and grab that side of the coop.
Yep.
So there we go. So I do have 5, and that's a little bit every single day. So although I don't think I even attempted it till like Wednesday.
Well, you couldn't Monday because you were in pain, and then so
So that is exactly Wednesday, Thursday. So I did do a square a day, but that was like a little bit. Yeah. So and this is the one that you knit the hitchhiker out of the peacock.
I was gonna say I recognize that yarn.
Yeah. So I must have mentioned that one last week because that was Jimmy's first pair of socks. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did mention that last week. So
yeah.
So that's it for the knitting.
That's it. Yeah.
Nothing's from the coop.
No, I have been like I mentioned, tons of books. Like in my handbook is a James Patterson, which is called the Quickie, and that has just flown by. I mean, it's like because it's like whoa, just constant things happening, and he's an excellent author anyways. Then I'm reading Killer Cannoli by Carole Fowkes on my e-reader. What is that? Kindle app. And that's been a really good one too. And then The Good Nurse by Charles Graeber is a true crime, and that's Audible. and that's through not through Audible. It's through the Overdrive library app. Okay. And that was good. He's a serial killer nurse, and how the heck they didn't catch him sooner. Other than the hospitals not wanting the publicity, and it's like, but yeah, he makes you think about being admitted into a hospital.
Dawn multitasks when it comes to books. She's got actual books, and she's got digital books, and then she's got audio books on Kindle, and then on your Audible. And then you've got the audio books on the library. Yeah. So she's
cycle through them. Yeah, because the other one on the Overdrive is called Fire Lover by Joseph Wambaugh. And that's about it's a true crime serial killer that he was an arson investigator and was convicted of arson.
Yeah. Firebug.
Yeah. So, yeah. But it's interesting because it's all between Los Angeles and Fresno. The southern to central.
It's our area.
Yeah, so hearing things, it's like, oh, I know what they're talking about, and so.
Cool.
Yep, and then of course I have my Bible study books, and that's What Women Fear by Angie Smith, and that's an online study through my church that we're doing, and so yeah, but I can't really do the study because the writing
You're not ambidextrous.
No, my mother supposedly is, but
scroll.
Yeah, and it's not funny, but my mother's left shoulder's messed up, and she's actually going to physical therapy. And I go, if we just get together, you can use your right arm, and I can use my left arm for you, and we can just
tape you together.
We could actually have a working body.
It's like those picnics where you join at the legs or whatever. Oh
yeah.
See, that's what you need to do.
Yeah. So, and then on Netflix. Oh my gosh, if you have not watched How to Get Away with Murder, boy, this really tells me all my books. And
I know, murder, mystery, arson.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a lot of pain, so, but excellent, because I never watch a series this quick. But I have been the one hogging the bandwidth. I'm like, Jimmy, you just do something else, because...
Well, she started watching because she's
I'm
not
sitting.
So she started watching the series, and then she says, "Oh, you got to watch this." And she was already like 1 or 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes in, and now she's already finished with season 1. And I'm like, I can't really jump in because I'm going to mess up where it marks in Netflix, because we all share. We don't have our own Netflix account. We all share the same one. So if I hop on there and start watching, it's going to mess up where she's watching. So I'm like, I'll just wait. Only 2 seasons. I'll let you get through it, and then I'm sure the way you're talking about it, we can sit down and watch it together after we get done with the 15 seasons of Criminal Minds, which is what we're actually watching in the evening. So yeah, I'll get caught up one of these days.
Criminal Minds, that's my degree.
It's good.
That's like
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Now, what was the movie that I know Zoolander, but we watched another movie the other day that was, didn't we?
No.
Last weekend?
No.
Did we not mention it?
No.
It must not have been good.
No.
Oh, okay.
So, we didn't round up yet?
Oh, yeah. So, shut her up.
Yeah. You're babbling.
I know I am. So, we have our summer sport weight sweater cal going on, and we have our summer hatchet knit still going on.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
join into those, and
so any of the finished finished projects, put in there, and you could win a prize.
Yeah.
I guess that's about it.
Yeah, I wrapped it up,
So anyway, I guess that does it for this episode.
Yep. So until next time,
let's get cracking.
Hatchet it.
Bye, y'all.